What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel. The Dallas Cowboys are always looking for ways to improve, and with free agency right around the corner, the rumors are heating up. We all know this team has the talent to compete at the highest level, but if they want to take that next step toward a Super Bowl, they need to fill some key positions, and that's exactly what the latest reports are pointing to. Could the Cowboys make a big splash by signing one of the most respected linebackers in the league? That's what we're diving into today, so make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any Cowboys news. All right, let's get into it. When it comes to free agency, we've heard the same old story from the Cowboys over the years. Team COO Stephen Jones always talks about being selectively aggressive, and while that's usually code for not making big moves, this offseason could be different. Why? Because the Cowboys have real needs, and linebacker is at the top of the list. That's where Nick Bolton comes in. Former Cowboys scout Brian Broaddus recently brought up the idea on 105.3 The Fan, saying he believes the team should target Bolton when free agency begins. And guess what? NFL.com is on board with the idea too. If you don't know much about Nick Bolton, let me break it down for you. Two-time Super Bowl champion, leader of the Chiefs' defense, 106 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries in 2024. This guy is an absolute playmaker, and he's entering the prime of his career at just 25 years old. The Cowboys need a guy like this in the middle of their defense. Here's why. DeMarvion Overshown is coming off a knee injury. We don't know if he'll be ready to contribute in 2025. Maris Lufau is still developing. He's shown promise, but he's young and inexperienced. Micah Parsons needs help. We all know Micah is a superstar, but the Cowboys need more depth at linebacker so Parsons can continue to dominate as a pass rusher. Bolton would come in and immediately give Dallas a reliable, hard-hitting presence in the middle of the defense. Now, this is the big question. We all know the Cowboys have the money to make a move like this, but the real question is, will they actually spend in free agency? This is where Stephen Jones' philosophy becomes an issue. The Cowboys have been known to hold back when it comes to big-name free agents, preferring to build through the draft. But here's the thing. Bolton isn't just some flashy name. He's a real difference maker. If Dallas wants to be serious about competing for a Super Bowl in 2025, adding a proven leader like Bolton would be a step in the right direction. While we're talking about the Cowboys' future, let's shift gears for a second. We've seen rumors flying about Micah Parsons' future in Dallas, but if you ask CeeDee Lamb, there's nothing to worry about. In a recent interview, Lamb shut down the trade rumors, saying, "We're definitely going to retire together." Micah's going to be in a Dallas uniform. There you have it, Cowboys fans. Lamb and Parsons are the cornerstones of this franchise, and it sounds like there's no doubt that the Cowboys are committed to keeping Parsons in Dallas for the long haul. But that wasn't the only thing Lamb talked about. He also had a lot to say about new head coach Brian Schottenheimer, and from what we're hearing, Cowboys players love this hire. He's a high-energy guy. When we make a big play, he's celebrating with us. Everybody loves a player's coach. Lamb also pointed out how involved Schottenheimer is in the team's preparation, which is a huge shift from the way things were under Mike McCarthy. Could this be the culture change the Cowboys needed? We all know CeeDee Lamb is an absolute superstar, but outside of him, this team needs more firepower in the passing game. That's why it wouldn't be shocking to see the Cowboys go after a wide receiver in the first round, and there's one name that keeps popping up, Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. But here's where it gets interesting. He already has strong ties to the Cowboys coaching staff. Could that connection bring him to Dallas? We're breaking it all down today, but before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any Cowboys news. All right, let's get into it. Before we get into Emeka Egbuka's connection to the Cowboys, let's talk about why Dallas could be looking to add another wide receiver so early in the draft. The Cowboys' passing game was heavily dependent on CeeDee Lamb in 2024. He was one of the most targeted receivers in the league, and while he handled that responsibility like a true number one option, defenses started to key in on him. With defenses doubling Lamb, Dallas struggled to find consistent production from their other receivers. Michael Gallup was cut after multiple disappointing seasons. Jalen Tolbert has shown flashes but remains unproven as a legitimate WR2, and while Brandon Cooks provided veteran leadership, he isn't the long-term answer at the position. So what does that mean? It means Dallas needs another weapon to take pressure off Lamb and open up the offense. A dynamic young receiver like Emeka Egbuka could be exactly what this team needs. Emeka Egbuka's connection to the Cowboys coaching staff. Now this is where things get really interesting. During a recent media session, Egbuka was asked about his meeting with the Cowboys, and his response caught a lot of attention. "It was awesome," Egbuka said. But this wasn't just a typical pre-draft meeting. Egbuka already has a strong relationship with Dallas's new wide receivers coach, Junior Adams. Egbuka explained that he first met Adams in high school and the two have stayed in contact ever since. His high school coach was actually coached by Adams at Eastern Washington, which created a strong connection between the two. This means that Egbuka is already familiar with Adams' coaching style, philosophy, and expectations. That familiarity could be a big factor in the Cowboys' evaluation process. If Adams believes Egbuka is a perfect fit for this offense and can vouch for his work ethic and potential, Dallas might be more inclined to draft him over other available receivers. What does Egbuka bring to the table? Now let's break down what makes Emeka Egbuka such a highly regarded prospect. 24. Stats at Ohio State, 81. Receptions 1, 11 yards, 10 touchdowns. This guy is a playmaker, plain and simple. Here's why he would be a perfect fit in Dallas' elite route running ability. He can create separation at all levels of the field. His footwork and precision make him one of the best route runners in the draft. Strong hands and reliability. He doesn't drop many passes and makes difficult catches look easy. Versatility. He can play in the slot or outside, giving the Cowboys more flexibility in their passing attack. Explosiveness after the catch. He has the ability to turn short throws into big plays, making him a dangerous weapon in the open field. Some scouts believe that pairing him with CeeDee Lamb could give the Cowboys their best wide receiver duo since Lamb and Amari Cooper played together. Imagine having two elite route runners on the field at the same time. Defenses would be forced to pick their poison, double-team Lamb and leave Egbuka one-on-one, or spread their coverage evenly and risk Lamb taking over the game. Either way, this would make life much easier for Dak Prescott and the entire Cowboys offense. All right, Cowboys Nation, we covered a lot today. So now I want to hear from you. Should the Cowboys go after Nick Bolton in free agency? Do you believe Dallas will finally spend big this offseason? Are you excited about the energy Brian Schottenheimer is bringing to the team? Drop your thoughts in the comments section and let's get the conversation going. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest Cowboys updates. Thanks for watching. Go Cowboys!